We got a countdown this time. This is exciting. We're trying new software. I mean, anything could happen. Literally anything could happen.
Yeah, so let us know if you can hear us, if you can see us, if all is good on our end.
Yeah, we definitely have already got some people from Houston, Colorado Springs, Virginia, Kentucky.
I know. Hi, Shannon. Hi, Jennifer.
Hey, guys.
Terry. All right, let us know if you can hear us. Somebody just give us a thumbs up.
Utah.
Finally warmer. That's good.
Yeah, fingers crossed. Don't forget to give the. Oh, thanks.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Donnie. Appreciate it. Yeah, so we're trying new software. Okay, awesome.
Thank you, Shannon.
Yeah, so we're trying some new software because we realized, hey, we're sort of techie, and we can like pop things up on the screen. Like, I mean, it's like I can be like, what? So like now, like, look, I mean, that's one of our navigators. Happy RV After.
Cold, snowy New York. Oh, yeah. Goodness.
But how cool is that? I love that you can do that now. So I can be like, oh, and then like there's a logo in the corner.
Loopy, hi from Florida, North Alabama. We have people, everybody. Yeah, it's like all over.
I love it. I absolutely love it.
Well, we are happy to report that we are not in frigid Colorado anymore.
No.
We have thawed out.
We are not. We are not. And actually, it's great though. I mean, first of all, this is our first live of 22, which is a big deal. So, hey, everybody. We are real. We are human beings that are in the United States. For months, our content has been Italy because we had so much to share about Italy. And so now we're actually finally getting to share the US again, which is really exciting.
Yes. And because we had so much like backfilled content, it was nice because we were able to kind of take a break from like vlogging all of the time. Like we did our Christmas episodes. That was the last time we actually went live, was around Christmas time. And then like we didn't actually vlog a whole lot during the month of January. So we kind of had time, like a break, I guess, which was nice. It's always nice to, I guess, kind of just reset, but we still had all that content, so we were still able to like produce videos and stuff. It was good.
Yeah,
but a lot happened in those couple of months.
For sure. Well, and most recently, we were in Colorado. It was freezing cold, but it was for a really good reason. As you saw in the last video, we just did a massive upgrade to our electrical system on the RV, and I'm very pleased to say after a month, because that was a month ago. Yeah. See, I mean, to kind of give you an idea of like how far in advance our episodes are sometimes. It's running great, and we can literally do everything that you can do plugged in from our batteries. Yeah. That's really, really cool.
It's so nice, like not having to worry about starting the generator to like blow dry my hair or heat up coffee
or run the AC. Being able to have that for the dogs has been really awesome. So. Libby says our new setup is fire. Thank you.
Oh, Drift and Dixie. Hi, Brady and Stephanie.
Hey guys. Hey everybody. Yeah, wow, it's amazing. Charleston. We got everybody.
I know. So
Hooday.
It's snowy in Virginia too, Jennifer says. Oh my goodness. Yeah, we are trying to avoid that, I think, for the rest of the season.
I think so.
If we can.
So like jumping through space and time, we're actually coming to you from Texas. But in the upcoming episodes, we're going to be in New Mexico. So actually that's going to be our next one. Is going to be Santa Fe.
Yeah, next Sunday is Santa Fe. And we do kind of like just a little road trip through New Mexico. So we'll have a couple episodes of New Mexico for you. We had never spent a lot of time in New Mexico because, let's see, when we came out of Mexico in 2020, New Mexico had really strict laws around COVID. And so you couldn't actually visit or stay if you weren't a resident. And we haven't had the opportunity to be back on this side of the country. And so we were like, okay, well, we'll just head south and explore for the first time. And it was really cool. We did a lot in a very short amount of time.
We did, but it was great because also I think it felt like it gave us an opportunity to kind of test out maybe in different environments and different situations, like our new setup. And since we were close enough to Colorado, if we needed to go back for, any corrections or any work or anything like that, but fingers crossed, nothing's gone wrong, so we're still all good to go. But yeah, so we did Santa Fe and Los Alamos. That'll be the first episode, and then shortly thereafter other surprise episodes from New Mexico. But it was a really good time.
Yes.
Scout did get to play in the sand if that's a hint.
Oh, and where we went.
Yeah.
She's gotten a lot of sand action recently. She's back there lounging.
There's Scout.
Oh, hi, Jim and Denise from Missouri. Here you guys, Missouri.
Hey, everybody. Yeah. Wow, we have so many. Henderson, Nevada. I love this. I always love when people like say like, hey, you know, we're coming from so-and-so.
Christine, what area of New Mexico will you be in? Let us know, because hopefully some of our episodes will help you with some activity planning.
Jack Santuario de Chimano.
We'll have to add that to the list for next time.
Where is that?
I know.
You'll have to let us know where that is. I love I'm loving this already, because you know I can just like click it and it's like
it's so cool.
But yeah. No, tell us where that is for sure. So yeah, obviously we're back, we're here. If you guys have any questions about you know, our past travels, where we're heading to next, the RV system, that, you know, the new installation,
our
e-bikes,
Scouts training. There's so much.
Actually, yeah, there really has been a lot. I mean, Scout went through an extensive amount of training, so that's super cool too. Man, yeah, I feel like we have a lot to catch up on. Yeah, so I mean, we'll just kind of ramble until you all have like questions. So Katelyn, do you want to talk about what? I mean, do you want to talk about the training? Do you want to talk about what do you want to talk about?
I don't know. I'm sure. I mean, Scout has done really well. It was fun putting together the recap in 2 episodes ago when we were doing like our road trip from Florida to Colorado, but I was able to do like a 2-minute and under recap, just talking about all the things that had happened since we came back and like to catch you up to real time. And yeah, Scout's training was amazing. It was a 5-week program that she went through. We've talked about it a little bit, and some of our navigators know like extensively everything that she went through, and it was just a blessing. Like, it has been so life-changing for her and for us. We don't have to worry about her running away anymore. She can just be off leash when it's safe for her to like run and play, and she comes right back, and it's just great. And no more issues between her and the Puggles and the RV, because everybody has their space. The Puggles spent a week with the same trainer. They're not as well trained as she is, but you know, they're also going to be 9 this year, but they did learn some obedience, and they're much easier to walk on a leash, so all good stuff.
Yeah, I would definitely say like the 2 biggest things were definitely a nice environment for all of us, you know, in the RV. So making sure that all the dogs got along really well, so that was very important. But the second thing though was getting Scout to not be such a flight risk. You know, I had to chase her. I mean, this was almost 2 years ago now. Wow, time really does fly. But in one of our episodes, I actually had to chase her for about 2 miles through the forest when we were in Colorado, right? Yeah, I was in Colorado. And after that, we were like, oh, we got to do something. And, you know, it took a lot of time to find the right time, because we needed a lot of time with a trainer, you know, because this was going to be something where she was like boarded and trained at the same time. And so the perfect opportunity was when we were in Italy. And so we were away from the RV, and we needed to have them watched or boarded anyway. And so what better opportunity than to do that? So the fact that both of those things are now resolved is huge for us.
Yes, it was a worthwhile investment for sure. And if you are ever in the market for dog training, this dog trainer is in Virginia. I will sing her praises until the day I die. She's amazing. So if you ever need a recommendation for a dog trainer, let me know, and I will give you the contact info, because it was just wonderful. We had an excellent experience.
For sure.
I want to say hi. Adaptive Humanity is in the house. They are driving back to Florida. If you guys don't know, they are selling their van.
Which I can't believe, by the way. What did they end up nicknaming their van?
Vander, right? Tell us, Amber.
Amber, tell us in a comment. Yeah, but like, I wish I could remember what they called it. This thing is the most incredible van.
Yeah, so if you're in the market for either dog training or a van, let us know. We can connect you with the right people.
Yeah, it has every possible option. It's 4-wheel drive. It is literally outfitted with every possible feature and amenity you could want when you're out on the road. It's probably a little bit too small for us.
I know.
Otherwise, we would totally do it, because man, oh man, like, it's so perfectly built out. But yeah, I mean, it even has like, I think it's got heated floors even.
It's amazing. And
incredible.
we were there for like the first part of their build when they let us crash in their driveway for a while, and just the amount of work that they put into that rig, it's just incredible to see. And the only reason that they're selling it is because they're building another one, so
which will be even bigger and even more awesome than this one. It's been super cool though to see them have a chance to actually go out and experience it. Vander, it was Vander.
It was Vander, yes.
Okay. Thank you.
I knew it.
But yeah, you know, it's such a cool rig, and so yeah, they are finally selling it. So
finally, I mean, it was a surprise. I'm going back up because some people have asked.
Oh, I didn't mean finally selling it. I meant they're selling it. Like, it was a surprise.
All right, we got Big Jim Slade here. How are things going with your e-bikes?
Great.
Yes.
We just took them out. Was it yesterday?
Mm-hmm.
They're awesome. They're great. We really love the flexibility of them, and they are so easy. Honestly, because of the e-bike, you know, because of the fact that you can pedal or not pedal, it really makes exploring super easy. And you know, we were very fortunate to get, I feel like, the bike rack perfect.
Yeah.
So it's really easy to take them on and off. It's safe enough, you know, where it can handle the weight. It has built-in locks and all of that. So
yeah, that was another question, was how are we carrying them? So Howard did a ton of research on the perfect bike rack, because you can't just stick any old bike rack on the back of an RV. And then also the e-bikes are 60 pounds each. Mm-hmm. And so it has to be a heavy duty rack to be able to hold all of that weight, and then with, you know, a little bit of sway from the RV. So we found one. I've sent the link to a couple of people who have asked. It is in our Amazon shop.
It is, yeah.
And
the rack and the cover.
Yeah.
Because we got a special cover. I mean, who thinks that there's like special covers for these things? But there's special covers for these things. We needed one that could cover two bikes, but also had straps, so that way it would not blow off. Because that's the other thing too, is like in motion, you need a different cover.
Yeah.
Than a normal bike cover.
Right, because not all covers
none of them have like the strap.
Want it to go flying off.
Yeah, like ours have like cinching in the middle and the bottom, and then like underneath there are two straps as well. Yeah. So it does a really great job there.
The question here from Loopy: have you ever had to use Uber to get somewhere that wasn't prudent to take the bikes? Yes. Did we took Uber recently somewhere? Yeah. I did. Oh, I was with my sister. Yeah, we have. Or we'll just drive the RV in. Like if it's too far, and we're like boondocking somewhere, then we'll just pack up the rig and like take it in to town, or we'll use Uber. So it just depends on like where we're camping or what we're doing, but we have done like a little bit of both. Right.
Yeah, I think I mean, thus far I think we've been able either to take the e-bikes or the RV almost everywhere. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I can't really even think of a situation yet where we've actually had to take an Uber because we couldn't do the bike.
Or drive the RV.
Yeah. Yeah. And, you know, something to keep in mind, too, is, I mean, obviously, we're kind of new at this, too. You know, like we were towing for a very long time. And so not having a tow vehicle, we're still kind of like relearning like how to explore and how to travel. Mm-hmm. So far, it has not been a problem at all. In fact, excuse me, having Harvest Host has been great, too, because Harvest Host allows us to stay in some cases like at breweries that are in town. And so that makes it easier to explore a town. That's just a perfect example recently.
Well, it was funny because we have had our Harvest Host membership pretty much the entire time we've been on the road. So going on 4 years, and we had only used it once or twice until we didn't have a tow vehicle. And now because we're moving, like we're packing up the rig more, and we like downsized our stuff to be able to do that. We recently, it was like 4 nights in a row we stayed in Harvest Host, which was fun.
Isn't that interesting? Like I feel like maybe by necessity, I don't know, like maybe it wasn't necessarily jiving with like the way that we were traveling, but now that we don't have a tow vehicle, suddenly it's a lot more valuable. Isn't that interesting? I don't know. Like I feel like memberships kind of go that way, right? Like I always had it as like a just in case, also because frankly we like wine, we like beer, you know, we like supporting local businesses, and that's what Harvest Host is. Mm-hmm. So yeah, it's an awesome membership, but man, we are really using it a lot. What was it, 4 days in a row?
Yeah.
4 days in a row.
Yeah, we did 2 wineries and then 2 breweries.
Man,
It was nice.
Yeah.
I'm going to pop this one up. How far in advance do you plan your routes and where you will stay? This is a very timely question, Donnie.
We don't even know where we're going tomorrow.
Well, I do.
No,
I have
she does. She has a flight.
secret mission to do something tomorrow. So I have a flight out.
Yeah.
And we will be sharing all of those details soon. Some of our navigators, one of our navigators is involved in that. So I'm very excited. We're going to be apart for like several days though.
I know.
But
it's just going to be me hanging out with the dogs.
No,
anyway.
It'll be a good mission. We'll have more to share on that soon. So
yeah.
Aside from that, like we don't know where we're going to be next. Which is kind of a challenge. And I feel like we always end up in this situation where we will plan something and then like a work opportunity will pop up, or I don't know, like things will just change, right? And so we find that not really planning works well for us. We don't make campground reservations in advance ever. And we always just kind of figure it out or find a place to stay. We're a shorter rig, and so we don't really have a lot of challenges with that.
No, not really. And particularly now that we have the upgraded electrical, we don't even really think about or have concerns of hookups at all. I mean, frankly, it's like, okay, if we can find a place to fill some water somewhere along our route, that's about it. And then every now and again, we got to dump our tanks. Oh, that's awesome. Shannon, thank you so much.
Thank you, Shannon.
Oh, that's awesome. So Shannon, they just sent us a super chat. And if you don't know what that is, it's basically just like a tip of your hat. And we try and obviously thank everybody who joins us on these live chats, but extra particularly people that do that. So if you have a question or anything like that, pop in a super chat, ask a question, and we'll make sure that we feature it. Let's see what
Amber asked what we were. Amber from Adaptive Humanity asked what we were sipping on. So I made I hung out with my sister this past weekend, and we went to a rooftop bar that had this delicious. It was a blueberry mint mojito, and so I wanted to remake that. So it's a blueberry mint, I guess, mule. It has gin in it. It's gin because that's your favorite spirit.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then a little bit, like I muddled the blueberries and then put some mint in there and then some ginger beer. So it's a nice, refreshing.
I love it.
Drink.
Yeah, let us know what you guys are drinking, by the way, because I have to imagine some of you have at least some type of beverage. Hey, Lou. Hey, guys. Hey, Lou, sorry, late.
We were just talking about you.
Yeah. But yeah, as far as it is really fun though, because I feel like 2022 is really the year where we can actually start meeting up with people again and all of that. And so we're actually really looking forward to, as we're traveling across the US, meeting up with people. Obviously like our navigators know, Lou says bourbon. There you go.
Good choice, Lou.
Excellent choice, Lou. But if you guys are going to, I should say, as we're traveling, the very first thing that we do is we try and notify the navigators, let them know in advance, because anytime that we're around navigators, by the way, is our support group. Incidentally, I don't want to get too sidetracked on that, but we actually just launched a new site for that, and we're super excited about that.
Yeah, we can talk about that in a minute.
Yeah, I'll talk about that in a minute. But anyway, we love meeting up with people, and so this will be a really awesome opportunity. I feel like 22 finally to meet more of you as we're traveling around, and we do have plans to be traveling all over the continental U.S. this year. This is actually going to be a really big year of travel for us.
I know, and that has changed so drastically in the past 6 months. I just want to say, Jennifer,
Jennifer, thank you so much. Thank you for the $25 super chat. Awesome. Thank you. We really appreciate it, Jennifer. Yeah, as far as our travel, we don't necessarily know exactly where we're going, like immediately, but we do know that we're going to be traveling through pretty much all four corners of the U.S. this year.
Yeah, we have a big project coming up.
We do. It's a super secret squirrel. I'm thinking like some type of secret society thing, but no, it's a it's a project. We can't talk about it yet, but it will involve a lot of travel for us as we go all across the U.S. And it's very exciting. We can't wait to tell you about it soon. I just can't tell you right now.
I know.
Yeah,
it's coming.
Yeah.
How are we coping with the fuel prices? That's definitely, obviously, a hot topic for everybody, I guess, right now. I mean, we haven't felt it too much. I mean, it is what it is. Like, we kind of, that's part of full-time travel, at least for us. Like, if I kind of equate it to if we were in a house, we would be paying like electric bills and water bills and all of that stuff. And like we don't have that because we're boondocking most of the time. So it's just one of those expenses that goes up and down and we just deal with it. So for us, it hasn't really impacted or affected our travel.
The thing I would say too is like, so first of all, we're on a Mercedes Sprinter chassis. So the Winnebago Navion is built on Mercedes. It's on diesel. It gets much higher fuel efficiency. Like it's, you know, miles per gallon is much higher than gas, like gas powered RVs.
Yeah.
So that helps. It helps to offset a little bit. We also, I don't feel like we don't, and I say that knowing that you all have seen plenty of videos of us traveling really, really far in a short amount of time. We don't typically do that. That's not really who we are as far as our travel style. So because of that, like, you know, we typically will be in like an area and we'll stop for a couple of days at least and then continue on. Yeah. And so we're not necessarily getting the heavy hit, I guess, like you might see if we were traveling like literally every day, you know. So you know, like just most recently we were in one spot for, was it 4 days, 4 days before moving on. So
yeah, that definitely does help.
Yeah.
Matt asked if where I had the blueberry mojito was in Birmingham Moonshine Bar. No, it was not, but that sounds great. We'll have to add that to our list of places.
I love this. See, this is what I love about lives too, is like we get this like insider info.
Yeah.
No, like Moonshine Bar. Okay.
Yeah, we'll have to add that one.
I'm definitely in.
Here is a question. So happy RV after Bill and Lori, they want to know
one of our navigators
if we can run our AC without the generator, and if so, how long? You can answer that because you can speak more articulately.
Yes. So we can run the AC entirely off of our batteries, and which is amazing. Now, something to kind of factor right now is we so far haven't actually, and then I say that it's hot in here, by the way. Like I might want to turn on the air conditioner and at least like ask you guys if
you can hear
us over the air conditioner. The AC does take a lot of energy. Now, our batteries are 420 amp hours. So with a normal duty cycle of it, like cycling on and off the compressor, even if we were not getting any recharge from the solar, that's still a lot of time. Like we can probably go 6 hours, 5 hours of heavy usage of the AC. If it was less cycling, we could probably go even longer. The thing to keep in mind is we have 800 watts of solar now on the roof. That's a lot of solar. And so our batteries are actually always recharging, you know, throughout the day. So that hasn't been tested yet. Like I can't really definitively tell you like how long.
Yeah.
And we're looking forward to testing that out. In fact, because of now that we're out of cold weather, we can actually start testing that. And so we will. We'll start testing and seeing how long we can actually run it. But definitely we've been able to test and confirm, like, we can turn on the air conditioner and set it at a temperature, you know, for the dogs, and it will automatically kick on, no problems at all. The batteries can more than support the air conditioner.
Yeah, I think it's for me because we have a thermostat that we can see everything like on our phone too, and so we can see what temperature it is inside, and so we can remotely turn on the AC. So if it gets hot in here and we need to like pump it, you know, for a while just to cool it down, then, you know, we're coming back to the RV or something like that, then that's definitely peace of mind, at least for the dogs.
100%. Yeah, that helps a lot. And by the way, speaking of that, like remote access wise, we in the next several days we will have our new Starlink satellite.
Oh yeah,
which is really exciting.
Yes,
because
very excited.
Oh my goodness, I'm so excited as I proceed to melt. Actually, can we try turning on the air conditioner real quick?
Go ahead.
Is that okay? Okay,
Yeah.
I'm gonna turn it on.
But what's funny is we have the RV AC silencer. If you guys have seen that company, we have it. We love it. It's great. Our AC inside, there's a piece broken, so it's actually louder right now. But normally, when the AC isn't like, it's like a fan blade.
It's a blade on the I don't know what you call the fan inside the air conditioner, like what blows the air. That actually is broken, partially broken, and so because of that, it's making quite a rattle.
So we're gonna pop it on. Yeah. You guys tell us if it's too loud or if you can still hear us, and we can always move closer too. Yep. Hi, Scout. Scout, you want to come say hi? Come here. Yeah. Come on, Scout. Scout, come. Oh, she's got to stretch.
Oh,
come here, honey.
A couple stretches.
Yeah, come here. Up. I'm confused. Come here. Yeah, come on. Oh, there we go. Oh,
there we go.
She was just sleeping too. Can you say hi to everybody? She's put on so much weight too, which is very nice. Because when she was heartworm positive, hey, no ma'am. Oh, there's a dog right out front.
Oh.
When she was heartworm positive, she had Scout. No ma'am. She was like skin and bones, and we couldn't get her to like maintain any weight. And so now that she's all healthy and everything, she's chunked up a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so just real quick, the air conditioner. Okay, so it just kicked on. That's as loud as it's going to get.
Can you guys hear us?
Can you guys still hear us over that?
Yeah, she does look great.
Yeah,
so
she does.
healthy. Yeah.
Let's see. With all your electrical upgrades. Oh, this is a great question.
Starlink.
Yeah.
I know.
Lupe's one of our navigators, and so like she knows what's going down. But yeah.
The only challenge now at this point is water. Like that'll be our biggest limitation is just fresh water. Mm-hmm. So we'll have to occasionally pop into somewhere to get fresh water.
Yeah, that's
okay,
true.
Good. Everybody says they can hear us fine.
Awesome. Yeah, you guys can hear us over that. Like we're super happy.
Yeah, because it is getting quite warm in here. Thank you guys.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's so cool. I just love that I can just like click that and then it just like pops up.
I know. Do you guys like the new features? It's kind of fun to be able to do that.
Yeah. Please order a replacement fan blade ASAP. Once they start to fail, they go very fast, sometimes in just days.
Oh, because it's been a while since it happened. We'll get another one.
We will.
Yeah.
Our plan is to get it fixed quite soon.
Yeah.
But it's one of the blades. Like you can literally, it's missing. You know, like I don't know. There's like 30 spindles or whatever, and like one of them is completely missing. Like it broke off.
Yeah, it is definitely weird to need AC because we had been in cold weather for so long, and now it's hot. It's hot in Texas, so
it definitely does. There was a question about our. Oh, this is so cool! I love that. Looks, I can even do this. So
you had it right there.
No.
Our Amazon shop.
Yep.
Somebody had a question about how often we need to fill our fresh water. So this past week we were boondocking. We didn't completely fill it on Monday. I think we got up to we had 2/3 starting, and by Saturday we were empty.
Oops! Oh, it's wrong. Hold on.
So if we're being conservative with it and not, showering, unfortunately, that's just like how, boondocking life goes. You're not going to get a shower every day. So if we're being conservative, and that's like with cooking all of our meals in and washing dishes and all that stuff, we can go probably about 6 days.
Yeah, I'd say 6 or 7 days. Yeah. So that's our Amazon shop. Just real quick. So it's just amazon.com/shop/Newstate Nomads. And just so you know, almost everything that we have on board, things that you see in our videos are going to be on there, including our new electrical system, actually. All of the components that we used, with the exception of the Enduro batteries, and there are links if you go on that video, our most recent episode, there's a link there, and you can even save 5% off of your Enduro power batteries. But all of the other components and everything are all in our Amazon shop.
Yes. Composting toilet, Luffy asked. Is the composting toilet next? I'm just going to go out on a limb here and say no, just because that is not a project that I don't think either one of us feel like tackling right now. I don't know. We know people who have them, and they're great. And I just don't feel like
I'm indifferent because right now, I don't know if it necessarily would super benefit us. We haven't really been in situations yet where we have not been able to find a place to dump our tanks.
Right.
And
nor do we ever feel like the black tank is not an issue. We have plenty of black tank.
We can go
capacity.
weeks. We can go weeks, 2 weeks, with a black tank. It's our gray tank. Our gray tank will definitely fill up, for showering on a frequent basis, washing dishes, things like that. Yeah, that about once a week or so. We got to do that. But then our freshwater, we can go about a week on our freshwater, 6 to 7 days.
Yeah,
on freshwater.
Yeah. Somebody asked if we were in Mexico right now. We are not in Mexico.
We are not in Mexico. We are
No.
in Texas.
We're close.
Which I mean, you know, I don't know if you could say that we can actually see Mexico from here, but you could almost see Mexico from here if it was across.
Well, we had hoped, our plans were to be in Baja, and we wanted to be in Baja, but then we had the opportunity to do the install on our rig, and that was just so important for us because we knew long term it would make such a difference.
Yeah.
And then we had some other work stuff, and I've had some health stuff going on, and so like by the time all of that was said and done, like it's just too hot to enter and like start the trip down now.
Yeah, it would not make sense now to do it. And you know, same thing goes like with mainland Mexico, with the exception of like higher elevations, it's starting to get too hot. And so this would probably not be the best time to start a trip to Mexico. So I hate to say that we're going to punt it again, but I feel like we're going to punt it again.
I know.
But
I really, really wanted to go. I did.
Yeah.
Like, well, we both did. We both really wanted to go, but like when you have certain opportunities and you kind of have to weigh like what your options are, sometimes things, I don't know, happen and you got to make that decision.
You do. Hi. Hang on. I'm just going to put this down.
Carpe Diem asked if the new Navigator website is up or coming, or is it only for navigators? Do you want to talk about that? Mentioned we had a free option. We do have a free option.
We do have a free option. Yeah. So actually here, I'll go over. This is so cool. I can just hit this little thing and it's like, boom. What? Okay. So the for those of you again not familiar, Newstates Navigators was on Patreon. We were on the Patreon platform, and we're actually in the process of migrating off of Patreon onto our own website. And we're really excited about this because with the new site comes a lot of new benefits and a lot of new features where as a community we'll all be able to connect. And that's not just between you and us, but between each other in the Navigators. And so we had a beta testing group that was testing it for over a month. We just opened it up to the rest of our navigators, and we're in the process of having everybody migrate over now. So if you want to check it out, it's newstatenomads.com/navigators, and you can sign up there. There is a free option. Just know that the free option doesn't include the community features and such, because that's really for our navigators, our paid navigators. But you do get access to the website. You'll have access to unlimited access to articles and things like that. So there is benefit even in the free tier, but starting at $8 a month is where you'll be able to join the Newstates Navigators and have access to the groups and the live chats and all of that. It's super cool. I'm really excited about how it has turned out.
And Howard built this website.
He did.
Spent so much time working on this, and so I'm really proud of him. And
thank you.
And it's going to allow us to do a lot more that Patreon wouldn't. We were very limited on the way that we wanted to run a community and be able to engage and connect and all of that. So Howard found the solutions and made it happen.
Yeah, it is, because somebody was asking me before, it is actually 70 different either software components or plugins that make the entire site work. So it is a lot, and I'm really appreciative to the beta group for helping me like drive out all of the issues. And so yeah, we are now at the point where we are officially live, and so we're strongly encouraging people that if you are going to sign up, please sign up on the new site, not on Patreon, because you're going to be getting an email from us shortly thereafter saying, hey, thank you so much, but switch over. Yeah. And definitely if you have any questions or you're unsure about anything, please email us, please contact us, and we'll happily try and answer as many questions as we can about it.
Yes.
Oh, Lee, thank you so much. Lee's another one of our Newstates Navigators. I really appreciate it, Lee. Thank you. Hope we'll be in Yellowstone. I think we will be in Yellowstone.
Yes. Somebody also asked when we were coming back to Utah. I think given like that it's already April coming up this week, which is crazy, I think we'll probably do some of like the big West states and national parks and all of that stuff in the fall would be my guess.
Because of weather,
right.
Honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah, so. I mean, we're going to be working through the seasons, right? So it's a little bit too cold for the Northeast, for us a little bit. Like we want it, we went around 70 degrees. What is it? I feel like there's like some RV mantra about like
Right.
chasing 70 degrees.
But like the perpetual 70-degree weather, yeah.
But when it warms up just a little bit more, I think it'll be like perfect time for that. We will, just to give you a heads up from a schedule standpoint, we will be attending the Grand National Rally.
Mm-hmm.
So Winnebago has their Grand National Rally. If you are a Winnebago owner, you are more than welcome to attend. And you can go to Winnebago.com and you can check out the information on that for the Grand National Rally.
It'll be our first time.
We've never been.
I know.
We've never been. Well, also, we were in Mexico, COVID. I mean, it's
Alaska 2 summers. Yeah. So this will be our first time that we're actually able to go, and we're very excited.
Yeah, super excited
to be there. Yeah.
So if you're going to be at the Grand National Rally, or you own a Winnebago and you're thinking about going, we'll be there.
Mm-hmm.
We will be there.
Let us know.
For sure.
Larry asked Katelyn, what was the outcome of your kidney stone? Thank you. I know it was funny because in the video I realized we never filmed like a resolution to that.
No.
It was just that I was taking the medicine and I felt better. Yeah. So I'm all better. It was definitely a wake up call for me. Like I had said in the video, we even talked about the fact that I was dehydrated the week before. Like I knew I wasn't drinking enough water because we were out of the RV living in a hotel and we were just back and forth and doing so much that when you're in a hotel, you don't have the same I didn't have access to my water bottles and things like that, where normally I'd be drinking a lot more water, and it was silly. But
well, the thing I think also is you don't necessarily realize there's Scout in the middle. You don't realize how you can get dehydrated even in cold weather, particularly like Colorado. It's very dry, actually. I know it snows there, obviously, but it is kind of a desert environment, and so you are drying out a lot. So you just weren't drinking enough water.
No, I definitely wasn't.
But
and I paid for it.
She's a lot better now. Honest,
good promise. Old trip to the ER.
Let's see. Phil said, loved your Alaska episodes. Which hiking boots and shoes did you use? Any blisters or other long wear problems? That's a great question. Great question. And actually, that is on our Amazon shop.
Yes. Is it? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I have Keens that I love, and it took me a long time to find the right hiking boots. I had LL Bean boots that I ended up returning because they hurt. Nothing against LL Bean. It just wasn't the right thing for my
It wasn't the right fit.
Yeah.
I don't think she was necessarily fitted for them.
No. But my Keens, I love those things. They are so comfortable. I've hiked many a mountain in them with no problems.
Are those the ones that you got in Alaska?
I think so, yeah.
So in 2019, she bought them in Alaska.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they've been to Alaska twice.
Yeah, a good pair of boots will last you a long time. I'm still rocking the Timberlands that I've had for a long time. So when you find that good boot, it's that's the best way to do it. And those are the boots that literally, for any episode you've seen me hiking in, those are the ones that I always wear.
Yes.
So yeah, I highly recommend checking those out.
I'll put this up there.
Alaska Guide. Oh, Lou, we're so close.
I know. So.
Let me just say this real quick because Lou is a navigator. Just so you know, as a Newstate Navigator, you do have access to all of our planning guides. And I say planning guides because right now we have one. We have Mexico. RV Mexico planning guide is complete. Alaska is coming soon.
It is. I know we've said that. We sound like a broken record, but it really is. Howard really did put all of his blood, sweat, and tears into the website, and so the guide got pushed back, and then when I'm editing videos and then we have our full-time jobs on top of all of that, something had to give, and so the Alaska guide fell to the back burner a little bit. And there's just so much information, and we know that there is such a high demand for a recent and relevant guide that we want to make sure we do it right. We don't want to just excuse my language, half-ass it, and make sure that it's really solid and really good with all the information that you guys would need. And so,
well, I was going to say, plus the other thing. I just saw the emojis. I didn't see the emojis before, Lou.
But you can feel free to ask, if there's a burning question that you need the answer to. Yeah,
absolutely. And something too is that with these guides, something that the website allows is when you buy the guide, you're also getting access to a constantly updating map, as well as a community, a mini community on the website for that area, right? So for Mexico, there is a Mexico group that if you purchase the guide, or if you're a Newstate Navigator, you have access to the group. Same thing with Alaska. So people will be able to ask questions from there. So it's not like it's just a here you go, here's your guide, and it's done.
Right.
It is always going to be evolving and always improving, and you will always have access to all the improvements over time.
Yeah, and just looking, like, there's a bunch of navigators right here who are saying they're going to Alaska, so there will be you guys will be able to like help support each other and answer those questions too if we didn't, or if
For
it's more,
sure.
like,
Yeah.
up to date.
Yeah, it is definitely it's one of the more exciting, in my opinion, parts of the new Navigator site is everybody gets to contribute and everybody gets to help each other. And we're actually even fleshing out now, thanks to one of our other navigators, how we're going to be doing like the recommendations and all of that too. So there will be, like, for example, like for Florida travel, like we're fleshing out now that first one for Florida. Well, there'll be one like that for all the states, and including Alaska, of course. And so, yeah, you'll be able to find recommendations on dining, where to stay. And by the way, when we say where to stay, yes, that can be a campground, but that can also be an Airbnb, and that can also be a hotel. Activities, support services, all of that. We want this to be a multi-purpose site for all your travel planning needs. Howard, guess what? I tried Bucky's.
Oh, I tried on the Bucky's outfit. And got fudge.
Oh.
Yay. That's awesome.
That's awesome. So Kieran and Matt, we've literally been messaging with him forever. I really hope we actually finally get to meet, because you guys are awesome, and I love your energy. So I didn't get to try on a Bucky's outfit. I know that's like all the rage right now, is everybody's got to get the onesie. We didn't get the onesie.
We are in the land of Bucky's, so if
maybe
that's your dream, we can make it happen.
Maybe it's gonna happen. I
have some Bucky's Fudge on the counter right now, and it was a total impulse buy. I got cotton candy the other day too. Yeah. I don't know why. It was just like I saw it on the counter, and I was like, I'm gonna get this. I've eaten exactly like 2 bites of it because it's
classic cotton candy,
pure sugar.
Yeah.
I'm curious to hear what Anne thought of the fudge, because I'm a big fan of it. I think it's great fudge because they have all different kinds of flavors. Kristen says her kids have Bucky onesies. Oh my gosh, that's so cute.
That's awesome.
That is awesome.
That's awesome. Absolutely.
Yeah, awesome. We're big Bucky's fans. We didn't realize this until we were in Texas this go round. They have like baby Buckies.
That's
like
what we're calling them, baby Buckies. We don't know if there's really a term for it. If you know what they actually call them, but they're like baby Buckies. They literally look like a large convenience store.
Right.
So
it's not like, how Bucky's is huge and like massive with all the pumps and everything. These are just like, little convenience stores.
Yeah, some of
Bucky's.
And it's like literally on a corner, like it's not like it's on major, like a huge plot of land or anything. They're like little small ones. So anyway, baby Bucky's, whatever they're calling them.
That's what we call them.
They're great. We love it. We absolutely love it. I'm a big fan, chef's kiss, of the spicy chicken burritos. They're really good. The signature, I think they call it like the Bucky's signature burrito or something.
Oh yeah,
really good.
Did that for dinner the other night too.
Here, I'll turn off the
He said Anne thinks they're delicious.
And
Scott's playing with her croissant. It's bigger than her head. And in case anybody's wondering, the Puggles are just sleeping. So
yeah, they're doing what they do.
Yeah.
One of them is like right at our feet. The other one is, we call it Dogtown, but it's underneath the dinette. They're building the country's largest Bucky's just north of Pigeon Forge. Yes, that is true. That is true. And I don't know the significance of why that's going to be the country's largest one, but that I've repeatedly heard that. They have them. Yeah, no, they have them in. Are you serious? Okay, so Big Jim just said Bucky's opens April 18th on exit 83 in Richmond, Kentucky. That is very close to Cincinnati. Yeah, that's 100 miles from Cincinnati.
Howard's from Cincinnati, in case you didn't know that.
For anyone in the Ohio, Kentucky, and Indiana region, this is a very big news. Very big, a very big news. Everyone's going to want to drive to Bucky's immediately.
I know, it's a bummer they're only like in a very specific area of the country.
Yeah. Ed asked when we're going back to Mexico. We were talking about that earlier. It's not going to be probably this year. I have a feeling it'll probably be into 23 before we're going back.
We wanted to go, but
Yeah, it doesn't make sense for us to do it like in the summertime. It's just gonna be too hot
No.
in the areas that we want to travel and see.
Yeah. So that brings me to a question for you guys.
Hold on, I'm gonna try and get a.
We'll play soon.
It's okay.
My question is, we have some time between now and when we're starting this like next big work project. Where do you guys think we should go? Like, knowing that it's probably starting to get too hot in like the Southwest, like Arizona, like that area. I really wanted to go back to, but I think it's just going to be too hot. And so, like, where would you guys want to see videos from? If you could see them from anywhere in the country, where would you want to see them from?
Somebody said Ouray, Moab. We've been to Ouray, we've been to Moab. Those are both great spots. New York, happy RV after. When you go to Mexico by yourself or lead a group. Oh, Bonnie, that's a great. I'm gonna show that one real quick. Bonnie, one of our navigators. When you go to Mexico by yourself or lead a group. We've never led a group, and I don't know. I mean, I feel like that's a large amount of responsibility. You know, I like the informal nature of it, but I mean, if you mean like, would we go by ourselves? We would absolutely go by ourselves. Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I have no.
We were going to. That was our plan.
No quarrels, no issues with going ourselves. Bonnie. So
like
as a follow-up, she said, "I like to go, but not alone." Yeah, I think that particularly like if it's your first time, and I can understand, you know, because particularly you hear a lot of things right before you actually go, and once you get there, you realize that a lot of things you've heard are not necessarily true. That's what I would say about safety in Mexico. Mexico is very safe, and we never had a single issue, no run-ins with anything that would even make us second guess going back to Mexico, for sure. Now, if you don't feel comfortable doing it, then I would say, and Libby just said we need a navigator group to Mexico.
That would be fun.
We would, Now, that said, like, doing like an informal kind of caravan or whatever, I think I would definitely be interested in doing something like that. Just to let you know, there are definitely commercial groups that do caravans into Mexico, and they do them every year. In fact, there are several that are actively going right now through Mexico. And, you know, it's RV groups of all sizes. So that is certainly an option as well. But, I would be open to that, like a navigator
definitely interest.
Oh, I can clearly see that.
Okay, now you've got our wheels turning. So maybe winter of this year.
Canada wine country is blessed with bountiful lakes, beaches, rail trails to bikes, take us.
Because I asked where to go.
Oh, that would be.
I know there's so many good
and that's a great one. Like maybe doing a little bit more of Canada.
Mm-hmm. I know because we rushed through Canada.
We did.
Yeah, Jennifer says definitely Northeast U.S., Maine, Vermont, etc. I know there's like definitely parts of the country. When we first hit the road in 2018, way before we had our travel channel or anything like that, we did the Northeast very fast, very, very fast. Like we did Acadia National Park in Maine. I think we stopped in Providence, Rhode Island. We went up to Nova Scotia, but it was super fast.
We like flew through New Brunswick
because it was September, and so
we were trying to beat. So like the parks, as you know, if you've been up in that area, the parks start to close down, the campgrounds start to close. And so we were trying to beat when the parks were going to be closing. Keep in mind, we were like baby RVers at the time. We were so, I don't even want to say concerned. We were scared to boondock. We didn't know what was going to happen.
Well, we couldn't.
We couldn't. Well,
there were issues. We couldn't.
We couldn't. I mean, like we didn't. Knowing now, we needed to immediately like upgrade our batteries and all that to
our
really.
Our fridge was having issues, which we eventually got
the fridge resolved. Yeah. And so like there were things that we needed to just address. And so we were like, well, if we can't stay in a campground, we can't go. And so we were trying to beat the closure of the campground. So like I feel like Connecticut, we barely made it because remember like we stayed in a campground in Connecticut like literally like 2 days before they closed for the year.
Yeah.
So this time around, not going to be the case. And so I would love to, boy.
Because we're kind of at this crossroads. Okay, like we're in the middle of the country right now. We're in Texas. And so it really is like, do we go up and kind of explore like a little bit of the middle and then either branch off and go to the Northeast or branch off and go to the Northwest? knowing that
before
we
have the work.
Yeah, before we have the work, and knowing that we have to be in Iowa in July for the rally. So it's like we literally been talking about this for the past 2 days off and on, like, what do we do? Where do we go? And I think we're just like paralyzed by choice at this point.
Yeah.
And it's very hard.
Black Hills of South Dakota, Thomas, that is a great idea. Because we've not been to Badlands. We haven't done Badlands.
And somebody else had also said, like, I think
that'd be a great idea.
It was Loopy said, like Wisconsin and Michigan. Yeah, like we haven't done that. So decisions. It's so hard. Yeah, it's a Winnebago rally.
Yes.
And
Yes, it is. Yeah. Winnebago's rally is in Iowa. Oh, so every year, Winnebago Grand National Rally is always in Iowa. It's always held in Forest City because that's where Winnebago headquarters and their main manufacturing plant is in Forest City, Iowa. And so they have an enormous rally ground that they own. And it does have electric. And just so you know, there is water in every single aisle. And then there are dump stations nearby. So you do have everything that you need in order to have a really great time. And they have like live shows, they have concerts.
Yeah, like there's a whole schedule and everything. And remember, we've never been, but from what we've seen and heard, yes.
Yeah, and awesome. Then,
yeah, Bill and Lori are going.
Oh, yeah. Awesome.
I know, I'm excited.
Yeah,
it'll be
super
great.
excited. Yeah, it'll be awesome.
Daniel says +1 Pacific Northwest. I know, it's so hard.
Daniel, I know. Daniel's another one of our navigators who happens to live in the Pacific Northwest. And yes, we absolutely would love to. Hi, Scout.
She's back. I like that. Yeah, Carpe Diem says, flip a coin for Northeast or Northwest. This is as valid as anything. That's true.
Yeah.
There's a country song about that, about flipping a coin. I think it's heads Carolina, tails California.
Phil says, yes, Western Canada, wine country, South Central BC, tip of the U.S. desert. Oh, interesting. Newstates went through, Soyuz. Yep.
Yes, we did.
Soyuz, we did.
And we couldn't stop. Remember, it was very strict, and they're like, you just need to drive.
We were not allowed to
So
stop.
it was beautiful. It looked gorgeous. But yeah, we had to just book it.
Jim and Denise say Door Country,
Wisconsin.
Door County. Oh, Door County, Wisconsin. Okay. Yeah, I wish, I have to admit, I don't really know a lot about Wisconsin. I feel like it's one of those states that, like, I've never been to Wisconsin. It's one of the few states, actually, I've never been to. Yeah, I mean, even before RVing, like, Have been to a lot of states. I've traveled for work all over the country, and I've never been to Wisconsin. So I'd be interested in Wisconsin for sure. If you have like specific recommendations, please, pass
like
them my
that.
way.
Yeah, Jim and Denise will definitely pick your brain on that. Put croissant again.
Yes, GNR's theme is Route 66 this year. That is true, which is an awesome theme.
It's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
Oh, hi, Elle. Do you want to say hi? Ella, come here.
Here, let's see if we can get one of the other dogs.
Ella, come. Oh, okay. Say hi. Oh. There's Ella.
There we go. Here's Ella.
She was sleeping.
So you've now seen 2 out of the 3 dogs. This is like proof of life, I feel like.
Bell. Where in Tennessee is your favorite?
Oh, wow. Where in Tennessee?
This is another state like we haven't explored a whole lot.
Okay, Smoky Mountains for me is a really big deal because my family, every single year, we would always go to the Smokies. That was like our family summer vacation. We would go to the Smoky Mountains. So I would probably say Gatlinburg, Pigeon Forge. Pigeon Forge is a little.
We just watched
manufactured, I guess I would say. Like, it doesn't really have it's got a lot of chains.
It's got a lot of personality.
Yeah.
We just watched Bad Vegan, the documentary on Netflix.
Yeah.
And there's a Pigeon Forge connection. That's all I'll say. We were like, huh. Because we've been to Pigeon Forge many times. You've been way more than I have.
Oh, yeah.
But, it was funny to see it in this documentary. But it's a fascinating story.
As far as I'm aware, it may still be the only 2-story Kentucky Fried Chicken in the country. Pigeon Forge. People joke about like Branson. It's kind of like Branson basically for Tennessee, and I could see that. There's a lot of dinner theaters there. There's tons of attractions. It is like roadside attraction city. There's everything there. Like supporting, and Dollywood, of course, is there. Now Dollywood's a different story. Dollywood is beautiful and awesome, and has heritage and culture and all of that. Pigeon Forge is kind of like, it's a fun place to just hang out, I guess I would say.
Yeah, I feel like if you're a kid, it's just like I don't know. It's like Myrtle Beach of the mountains, right?
Myrtle
Yeah.
Beach of the Mountains. That's another pretty,
Yeah.
That's a way to put it, yeah. Donald says, we are picking up our new Winnebago view from Forest City. Oh,
Yay!
congratulations. Congratulations.
Yeah.
And heading back to California. Wish us luck. Well, I do wish you luck, Donald.
That's
and congratulations.
So exciting. Yes.
We
Ella says,
are
yay.
we are so excited for you.
That's awesome.
I think you're gonna love it. I think you're gonna love it. We are obviously we're big Winnebago fans, but we really love our Navion, and the View and Navion, which are essentially the same model, are wonderful. We love our home. We love our home on wheels. Are you guys ever coming to Maine, Rod? Yeah, that's what we're talking about. That's
no,
what
we're trying to figure out.
That's what we're saying. The Northeast would be awesome.
No barking.
Yeah. Hi guys. Oh.
Yeah, maybe we'll do a poll where it's like Northeast or Northwest, and then we'll truly like let you guys decide. I don't know. I mean, that's kind of where we are right now. Like we really don't know. I don't know. I'm so torn. There's wonderful things in both areas. We haven't really truly vlogged about either. I mean, we briefly did some stuff last year in Washington. While we were waiting to see if we were going to cross the border.
But not
again.
Oregon.
No?
We haven't really done Oregon. We traveled through Oregon actually multiple times now. But we have not vlogged. We haven't done any episodes from Oregon. We would love to do that. Yeah. Oregon, Washington, Idaho we've been to. We've done Idaho. We loved it. But again, I wouldn't say the whole state of Idaho for sure.
No.
Yeah. Montana. We love Montana.
Man,
there's a lot.
it's a big country.
There's a lot.
Somebody said, was it Iceland or Ireland? Somebody said it up here. I can't find it. Iceland, yeah. Iceland would be really fun.
Iceland would be fun.
Yeah.
And Iceland is green and Greenland is icy.
No.
Yes, that's the way I always remember it. It's the opposite.
No.
Iceland is green.
Iceland's actually icy.
No.
Yeah.
If you guys can comment right now, I stand by this. Greenland is icier than Iceland. Iceland is green.
That was like a thing they did back in the day to confuse.
You think so?
Yeah. Moving on. You can rent motorhomes in Iceland and do the loop. That would be fun.
Yeah, the loop looks super cool.
Christopher's like, he's right.
See? Yeah.
Howard is usually right.
Oh no, not always. I'm not always right. Not always right. I guess I missed my calling. Like I should have been on Jeopardy.
Yeah, you would crush it.
The amount of like useful or useless information.
But guys, okay, Iceland is still icy though.
Yeah, it can be. Yeah. But it's greener than Greenland.
Okay.
Greenland is icy. Greenland is like barren. Yes, Vikings named one Iceland to keep people away.
Yeah,
well,
I knew that, but
okay,
I thought they like had switched. I don't know.
Thank you, Phil, because I feel like that's what I've heard. But now I have no idea if that's real or true. Yeah, it's technically true. Iceland is green. Yeah.
History was not my strongest subject in class. History and math, no. That's why I went to journalism school, because like writing is what I could do well.
I like this one. It says, my wife always jokes about useless guy movie trivia. Right. Right. And just extend that from movies, and now it's everything. What?
Lou lived in Iceland for 2 years. Didn't know that, Lou.
Really?
Howard is correct, but it's super windy.
Okay. But yeah, getting back to the
They
loop.
should have named it Windy Land.
I've watched documentaries on excuse me, on Iceland with the loop. And yeah, you can do a loop drive. Around like not the whole country, but a lot of the country.
Yeah.
And so people like camp along the way and everything.
That's cool. That would be really fun.
There's hot springs.
I think Tim and Finn did a extensive trip there recently.
They did.
And so I remember seeing their stuff there. So
yeah.
Oh,
actually,
Loopy,
a lot of people.
You're so sweet. Katelyn got the gift of editing.
Here, I'm just gonna. Oh, okay. Well, she read it.
Oh.
I was gonna put it on the screen. I'm gonna put it on the screen just to acknowledge for everyone that I agree with this.
Thank you.
Katelyn is a phenomenal editor.
Thank you.
Phenomenal.
I really enjoy it. It's fun.
Yeah.
Takes a long time, but it's fun.
It does indeed.
Thank you all. Thank you. You guys are so sweet.
Let's see. I just want to like back up because we got in a total tangent about Iceland and Greenland.
We did. So we're coming up on an hour. If you guys have any last minute questions, get them in.
Yep, for sure.
So we're
We're gonna probably call it here in probably 15 minutes. I want to say I'll probably do another 15 minutes or so. Let's see. Did you visit already? Philippines or Hawaii? We actually got married in Hawaii.
Mhm.
Kayla and I got married in Hawaii. We love Hawaii. I would love to go back. I've only done 2 of the islands. Katelyn has done 3, 4.
I've done the Big Island, Oahu, Molokai, and Maui. So 4.
Oh, I guess actually I forgot Molokai.
He's
I've
done
been
3.
I've been 3.
He's done 3.
I've been at 3.
Yes.
But no, I'd love to go back. And Philippines, no, I've not done the Philippines. And actually, Asia as a whole, I've been to Japan, and that's it. I would love to go and explore Japan.
That'd be fun.
Japan's got some really cool RV stuff going on too. They really love these like transformer RVs that are like really small, and then they like expand up and out. Amazing.
I feel like Howard yesterday said he went down like a rabbit hole of looking at Moogs. So in the mornings, like I sleep in and Howard wakes up super early. And so he's just like, I think you go down the rabbit hole looking at all these like crazy RVs.
Yeah, in Europe, because they do a lot of like overlanding is obviously very popular in the United States, but it's really popular in Europe. And I feel like a lot of Europeans will they will build their own, or they'll have somebody build for them. They'll do these amazing off-road vehicles, and they're like built on like military trucks, and they got huge wheels. I mean, the wheels are like 4 feet tall and whatever, and it's like they can go anywhere, absolutely anywhere, and that's kind of cool. I'm kind of into that. I like the idea of that. Oh, here's a great Katelyn question.
I use Premiere Pro.
And there you go.
Yeah. Yep, that's what I use. When I was editing in news, I used a program called Edius, which nobody has like ever heard of, but it's
for news. It's a news centric.
So I've used Edius. I've used, what's the other big one?
Avid.
I've used Avid. No, there's another
Final Cut.
Final Cut. Yeah. I've used all of them. They all pretty much do the same thing. There really isn't like different keys will have like there'll be different quick cuts or shortcuts or things like that, but yeah, like once you kind of get into a flow with one, it's super easy.
I have a degree in film, so it's not like I can't edit at all. I actually learned first on a flatbed doing film editing, and then they teach you nonlinear editing on like Avid and everything. And so I do know how to edit. I just feel like Katelyn's she's really good at it. She's very quick at it, and I still do I do the audio for us. I'll do if there's like complex graphics, I'll do those, animations and things. But yeah, Katelyn is the one who's cutting stuff. Yeah.
That's fun.
Unimogs, yeah, that's right. DaVinci. DaVinci Resolve.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, that's the one platform I have never touched. I would be really curious because I know that a lot of people use it because the basic level is free. It's a completely free editorial program, and then you can pay more for the more premium version. Yeah.
I'm laughing at Loopy's question.
What? Who used the pedal assist on the bikes more? Well, let me tell you something. It's Katelyn.
No shame. I am not a cyclist.
Yeah.
When we first started RVing, we met a wonderful couple who sold us their foldable bikes. And at the time we were like, this is great. We're gonna bike it up. And we used those things maybe twice.
I'd like to point out, by the way, they're now on a boat. They're on a really awesome catamaran.
Yeah.
And
we do not have your bikes anymore. I'm sorry.
We don't have your bikes anymore.
But yeah, I was just not into it. I don't know. I'm just not a bicyclist. And so I was a little nervous committing to the electric bikes because I'm like, I just know myself and I knew my history with bicycling. But I'm happy to say that with the pedal assist, it makes it a much more enjoyable experience for me.
Well, the thing that I particularly like about it is because I do enjoy pedaling. And so I'll typically pedal and do kind of a medium tier on the pedal assist because it goes 1 to 5 on the pedal assist. And that literally means how much the electric is supporting or helping you to pedal. Because it still has regular pedals, right? It's still got there's a chain on it and still got gears. So if you just want to ride like a normal bike, you can ride it like a normal bike. You can also do a little bit of pedal assist, or you can do all pedal assist, where like literally it's like a throttle. Like you can turn the throttle and just go. Like it's like a moped.
Yesterday I was in the mood to pedal a little bit more. So, but that's what's so cool about the e-bikes is that you have that option and that flexibility to like put in the work or not.
Yeah, I definitely like it like on the hills and stuff. Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Super awesome.
Yeah, because we're not in killer shape right now.
No, but I mean like it definitely helps for sure.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. I still living like bikes.
Yes.
Wow. Oh, wow. Got a lot. Do you ever find cargo capacity as an issue? Jennifer, that's a great question. I know, well, particularly on the Sprinter chassis, weight is going to be a consideration because they are weight constrained. Ours has a carrying capacity of about 1,100 pounds, which if you shop around, you'll realize that particularly with this, our slide is humongous. Excuse me, the slide weighs a lot. 1,100 though is a lot of carrying capacity for a Sprinter. Some of them even have like 500 or 600 pounds of carrying capacity, which in my opinion is just not enough.
No. Come back.
So what I would strongly urge you to do though is go and get yourself weighed. You know, if you are concerned, you know, you can go to a cat scale and those will at least give you all four, but you're supposed to do like a 4-corner. We've never done a 4-corner weighing, which is the more precise way of weighing yourself. But have done the cat scale weighing. We don't drive overweight, but I feel like some of that is because we don't tend to carry a lot of water on board. We make sure that we empty our tanks whenever we're driving. And then the other thing too is that something to factor is fuel is not part of your carrying capacity for calculation purposes. So they actually think that you have a full tank of gas or diesel when they calculate out what your carrying capacity is. So just so you know, you can have a full tank of diesel and you will still have your full carrying capacity as well. And then tongue weight is the other thing that goes into it. I don't want to get like super technical, but like, so tongue weight is the weight on the back, on your hitch on the back. Tongue weight counts against your carrying capacity, but the weight of your vehicle that you tow does not. That's part of your gross combined weight. So just so you know, like the weight of your hitch, like, you know, the ball hitch, or if you have a tow bar, that counts towards your carrying capacity. So it's something some people frequently will overlook as well. And that's all I'm going to say about that.
That was a very good explanation.
Thank you.
Bill and Lori asked if the e-bikes are heavy, or I've heard the e-bikes are heavy. Do you have difficulty getting them on the bike rack?
Okay, can you guys see and hear us?
Are we back?
Because I think I got us back. So if you can hear and see us, okay.
Yay!
Great.
Or Jetpack does that sometimes.
Yeah.
It just dies.
Boy, I can't wait for Starlink.
I know.
Yeah, and actually, just like to let you guys know, now that we have the new software, as long as we can get back connected within 5 minutes, it won't end the stream, which is not the case in the past. If you lose your internet, it just dies. And so now we're all back. So, who didn't pay the Wi-Fi bill? Yeah. By the way, Salty Medic wins for funniest joke. Houston, we have a problem because we're outside of Houston. So let's see.
We missed your answer. Okay.
Oh, okay.
About the e-bikes
Yes.
being heavy. So it is definitely a much easier two-person job. I've done it by myself, and you've done it by yourself. I would not recommend it. It's like, for me, it was really hard.
If you can get somebody to help you with it, it's great. Now, what I will tell you though, and we don't use this nearly as much as we could, this particular bike rack, and again, it's on our Amazon shop, has a ramp, which is very rare.
And that's what I did use to get the e-bike up by myself. I did it at the Tampa RV show, and I was like, I can do this. And then I was like, I shouldn't be doing this.
Yeah.
It was a bad decision.
Yeah, because
I'm going to hurt my back.
Well, each one weighs about 60 pounds.
Yeah, so Loopy just said, they're heavy. And because of the hitch, like where the hitch is and where the bike rack is, it's pretty high off the ground. And so you're having to lift it or get it up to a pretty high height, and that's a challenge to do alone. But if you can, like if one of you could be on each end and then lift it up, it's super easy. Yeah.
So again, if you go to our shop and you go in there, you'll see it's broken up by kind of like sections. One of them is on bikes and bike accessories, and our specific rack is on there.
And the rack's pricey, but
it's worth it though.
Yeah, it's definitely worth it.
Yeah, because the biggest thing is that people end up getting a rack that actually can't hold the weight, and that is very dangerous. And I wouldn't suggest to anybody to try and use an underweight rack when carrying e-bikes. They just weigh. I mean, ours combined, it's 120 pounds plus. I mean, it's called 125 pounds.
Yeah. Oh, you guys are so sweet.
Oh, thank you very much. Thank you, guys.
I think you were a little late to the live chat. That's what we're trying to figure out. What is next? We have like a month to possibly 3 months before we have our next like big work commitment, and so we don't really know where to go. We're struggling a little bit with.
Yeah, we do know where we're going to be in July. We're going to be at Grand National Rally for Winnebago, and that's in Iowa, Forest City, Iowa. And then we have work kind of sandwiched on both sides of that. And we can't wait to tell you guys. It's going to be a very exciting project that we're doing. It's a long project, but we're really excited to be able to
and it's Newstate Nomads related.
It is.
Yeah.
You will see it.
Yeah.
You will see it. Yeah.
It'll be great.
Let's see.
If you have the e-bike rack, then you can't tow a car. Not technically from the same hitch.
Correct.
Right.
Well, I mean, there are the over under.
You can get like the split one.
You can do the split, but because of the tongue weight issue, it's not really advisable to do that. So you're more than likely going to want to put the bikes on like your tow vehicle, whatever you're towing, and then kind of like a circus, basically, like like a long rig. What drone do we use? Jim and Denise. So we use a DJI Mavic 2 Zoom. I haven't gotten the new version yet because I'm kind of waiting to see what's happening from a tech standpoint. But we love it. We love the 2 Zoom is great for us because we can be further away and zoom in and get nice tight shots.
Howard does all the drone work, just to be clear.
This is one of the things that Katelyn is actually kind of scared of, which I find interesting because I mean you could do it. You could do it.
I'm sure I could. I don't know. We all have our things.
Yeah.
I think this isn't populating correctly, but I think DB sent us a super chat, which I want to say thank you for.
Oh, thank you very much.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you, DB.
DB, thank you so much. Sorry about that. Yeah. No, we really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're right. It didn't populate right.
I think it has to do with our internet issues right now.
I think it died literally almost like right as you were sending that. So sorry about that.
Yeah.
But folks, I think we're going to be wrapping it up because we've got basically 1 minute left. DB says, come to Disneyland. I love Disneyland.
We'd love to.
I'd love to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It would be very fun.
Orange County. there's lots to do in that area.
Yes.
So I would certainly be down. But I want to thank you guys for joining us for our first live chat of 2022.
Woo!
And we hope to be doing another one soon.
Yes.
And as we know what we're going to be doing, we will make sure Newstate Navigators, of course, will find out first through the Newstate Navigators site. And then we will be, subsequently rolling out and announcing new episodes, for everybody else.
Aw,
Susie, thank you so much.
You're so sweet.
Susie from afar.
I know.
Thank you, Susie.
But yeah, next week starts a couple weeks of New Mexico content, which I'm very excited about. I'm in the middle of editing that now, so keep an eye out for that, and then who knows where we'll be.
Mm-hmm. Yep. But thank you all so much, and we will all see you soon. Bye, Scout. Say bye.
Bye. Bye, everybody.
See you guys.